which should not be the case.
Don't keep your children in school when they can do something with their little talent.
We are putting it forward, the government also, to look at these parents, this particular group of families that have kids like us, that, we have this thing like people have affordable housing. Why can't we do something for us?
We're differently able.
Wanafunzi mupo!
Sisi ni wa kesho taa. Msituzime jamaa.
Aina ya kwanza ya goma ni ile dudu 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 dudu. Iyo. Aina ya pili ya goma ni ile ya Kefi na amefuja TV. Baba yake akakuja akamuuliza kaiwe na goma.
Wazazi wanapaswa kufuatilia video ambazo watoto wao wanaona katika interneti wakitumia vyombo vya digitali.
Ndipo mimi napinga jambo lake kwa sababu vijana wanapata faida nyingi kuliko hatari.
Kanusha, sisi ndisi wanafunzi.
Sisi si wanafunzi.
Caleb umekosea kidogo.
We live in la vida loca, tunapiga sherehe nika tunapiga mboka.
We are the Mulatis. I'm Eric. This is my lovely wife, and I saw her in one of the, events. And then I wanted to talk to her, but I developed cold feet.
This guy, first of all, he looks boring.
Oh my God.
He had big specs. Those. And it was like, please, if you talk to our friend, it's called Wairimu. If you talk to Wairimu, you wait, go talk to Wairimu alone.
Yes.
So that I could tell he likes me. But I was like, not my type.
After service, she comes to talk to me.
Allah.
She's looking for a job.
I've seen what you did there.
If I can pray for her.
So I grew up in a very dysfunctional home. So actually I never saw a happy marriage. So ata rurasho tulieka pesa pamoja.
Alinipea mshahara yake kulipa.
Tukalipa rurasho.
Ulijilipia?
Took us 5 to 6 years to have a child.
Oh, okay.
That's how I know, and we were meant to be. Love you.
Well, at this hour, there are stories, especially here in the capital. On the House on the Hill, President William Ruto has just concluded a meeting with the teachers who converged there, outlining what the government has been able to do within the education sector. Also, closely following a development in Garissa County, where top UDA officials are currently attending a function where the former Garissa governor, that is Ali Korani, is currently launching his re-election campaign ahead of the 2027 polls. As and when we get those details, we'll be sharing them with you. Good afternoon. My name is Abdiaziz Hashim. The sign language interpreter at the bottom end of the screen is Ann Wangeshi. But we start here, where residents of Mihango in Choka, Nairobi County, are in mourning after a school bus lost control and rammed into pupils on their way to school, killing one pupil on the spot while several others were injured. This Friday morning accident happened along Choka Mihango's SDA stretch, where the bus is reported to have hit a wall before hitting the learners. Witnesses blamed negligence in servicing the school bus and called on schools to invest in proper maintenance. Police officers from Kayole Police Station are investigating the incident.
Gari ya shule ikipata watoto anakimbia sana. Hiyo gari haina surface sana. Gari ya shule haina surface. Hapa hii distance kidogo tu vile aliumiza watoto wengi, moja amepoteza maisha sababu hii kukosa bumps. Hii highway area hii ni state, ni gari natembea kama highway sababu hakuna bumps. Tunaomba serikali akuja aweke bumps hapa area hii.
Nimelilia hilo jambo sana. Mtoto awe na diary kwa mfuko wake, na hiyo diary iweze kuandikwa na contact ya mwalimu na contact ya mzazi, kwa sababu tulisumbuka sana. Maana kuna watoto tulitoa kwenye hilo gari na wakuu wa shule wako wamefika, ama mwalimu yoyote ambaye tungeweza kuuliza maswali. Ilikuwa ni ngumu kutafuta wazazi kwa sababu hatukuwa na diaries kwa bags za watoto wengine hawakuwa nazo.
Elsewhere, a standoff is brewing in Olosirkon village, Kajiado East Sub-County, between the residents and a landowner who has threatened to block a public road they have used for years. The landowner claims that the 10-kilometer rural road that connects several villages cuts across the expansive piece of land, claiming the locals have been trespassing. In a crisis meeting organized by local leaders but given a wide berth by the developer, the residents vowed to protect the road, arguing that blocking the road will not only inconvenience them but will also cut off several villages. Residents maintain that the public road was hived off from their pieces of land during the land demarcation in the 1970s.
Maana hatuwezi ruhusu mtu atoke mahali akuja aseme shamba yake ijajaa atajaza na barabara. Sisi wananchi tutapita wapi? Na ndio tunaona tunalalamika.
Miaka yote tumekuwa tukipita kwa hii barabara na hakuna mtu aliwahi kuja kusema hii barabara ni yake. Kwa hivyo kitu ambaye inatushangaza ni mtu binafsi aje aseme ya kwamba anafunga barabara ambayo imekuwa ikitusaidia. Kwa hivyo sisi tunakataa.
Barabara hili ni refu sana kwa sababu inatoka karibu kilomita 10. Kwa hivyo kusongesha barabara kilomita 10 itagharimu shamba kubwa sana.
Members of the Law Society of Kenya Thika chapter lit candidates at the parking bay of the Thika Law Courts in memory of slain advocate Kialo Mbobu, who was shot dead in Nairobi County. Led by their branch chair, that is Wanjiru Mwangi, the lawyers urged the Directorate of Criminal Investigations DCI to expedite investigations and ensure those behind his brutal killing are brought to justice. Mwangi stressed that the legal fraternity will not be intimidated by acts of violence, vowing that such threats will only strengthen their resolve to continue serving the cause of justice.
Even after we left college, went to the Kenya School of Law, met him in the courts. Again, he would not assume those were his juniors. And he would always, even if you made a mistake, he was always willing to mentor you. And even he whispered to you and tell you, no, it's not done that way. Because in some areas, complex areas of law, especially in commercial law, he was very good. And he would whisper and tell you, it's done this way, don't seek that order, seek it this way. That is the kind of person he was.
At the end of the day, we have to fight for justice, wherever that takes us. And we pray that people will not take out advocates because of doing their work. This is what we are called for, and it's justice for all people, whether you win or lose. At the end of the day, it is justice for all, and we will not be deterred as advocates.
And in other news, parents of children with special needs in Embakasi Central and its environs have a reason to smile following the opening of a therapy centers program at Komarok Phase 2. The center is expected to give relief to Mama Lucy Hospital, which becomes very congested when serving people with disabilities due to a lack of therapy machine in other centers. Led by Women and Youth with Disability Group founder Josephat Kimani Nganga, the parents were urged not to hide the children in their houses but join such groups to get awareness and support from others in the community.
We found there are so many of those children who are hidden at home, and we also interacted with the hospitals, clinics and other centers that are offering services for this kind of conditions. But still we found it is very, very difficult, and that's why most of the parents opt to leave their children at home because they cannot afford the services.
Kuna changamoto kubwa sana tumekuwa tukipitia. Unaona huyu msasi caregiver amewacha mtoto. Huyo mtoto hana mtu wa kukaa naye. Unakuta mara ya mwisho kumetokea madhara. Unaona pengine ni mtoto wa msichana ameenda amefanyiwa mambo mabaya, na inakuwa ni shida kubwa hata kwenda kuexplain kwa upande wa communities.
And as I informed you a little bit earlier on, I want to take you live to Garissa County, where the former Garissa governor, that is Ali Koran, is currently launching his re-election campaign ahead of the 2027 polls. Let's get to hear from the former governor.
Hapa kuja kujiunga na chama cha UDA. Na ningependa kushukuru heshima kubwa sana ambayo tuliopewa kwa viongozi wote wa tabaka mbalimbali na viongozi wa juu kabisa wa chama hiki kwa kufika hapa kushuhudia sisi tukiwa watu wa Garissa, na hasa mimi nikiwa mwaniaji wa kiti cha governor ya 2027 tukijiunga na chama cha UDA. Ni heshima kubwa. Ningependa kushukuru deputy party leader bwana governor Timami, majority leader Aaron Cheriot, secretary general Hassan Umar, Belgut MP bwana Koech, executive director ya chama na viongozi wengine ambao hasa wale jirani wetu, senator na woman rep wa Tana River ambao wamejiunga na sisi hapa. Na washukuru kwa heshima ambayo mmetupatia na hatutasahau. Na ningependa kushukuru watu wa Garissa kwa kujitolea kushuhudia hii siku ya leo na kuwakaribisha viongozi ambao wamefika hapa. Ya pili, ningependa kutaja ya kwamba leo ni siku ya historia na siku muhimu kwa sababu tarehe 15 Septemba 2022 ni siku ambayo Mheshimiwa Rais William Ruto aliapishwa kama president, 13 September. Kwa hivyo leo ni siku miaka mitatu tangu achukue uongozi. Kwa hivyo ni kama tunasherehekea hiyo siku, na tunaweza kusherehekea kwa kuhakikisha ya kwamba sisi tuko na imani na serikali yake, sisi tuko tayari kuungana na yeye, na sisi watu wa Garissa ni watu wa 2 term. Nikisema President Ruto museme 2 term. President Ruto. President Ruto. Nyinyi sisikii vizuri, naona mko wengi lakini sauti yenu ni kidogo. President Ruto. President Ruto. Sisi ni watu wa 2 term. Na sisi tunaenda na president mpaka mwisho. Lakini president ametupatia jukumu ya kwamba kwa kupata hiyo nafasi.
Well, if you're just joining us, that is the former Garissa Governor Ali Korane, who is currently launching his re-election campaign ahead of the 2027 polls. That particular meeting is being joined by various top UDA officials, including the Secretary General of that particular party, that is Hassan Omar, the Senate Majority Leader, that is Aaron Cheriot, and even the current Governor of Garissa, Nadhif Jama, among others. And of course, the former Governor announcing that he will be running on a UDA ticket when it comes to the gubernatorial polls come 2027. Our very own Adan Ibrahim will inform you in our subsequent bulletins. But elsewhere, students of Gangara Junior Secondary School in Meru County can now look forward to a bright academic journey after receiving a boost from the Echo Network Africa Foundation. The institution has donated vital education facilities including a mobile science laboratory, laptops and sanitary supplies aimed at improving learning and empowering both boys and girls. And of course, that particular story will be taking after this short commercial break. Don't go too far. We'll be back with that and so much more.
How to access KBC Online services via
We are the Mulatis. I'm Eric. This is my lovely wife. And I saw her in one of the, events. And then I wanted to talk to her, but I developed cold feet.
This guy, first of all, he looks boring.
Oh my God.
He had big specs. Like, you know those. And it was like, please, if you talk to our friend, it's called Wairimu. If you talk to Wairimu, you wait. Go talk to Wairimu alone.
Yes.
So that I could tell he likes me. But I was like, not my type.
After service, she comes to talk to me.
Allah.
She's looking for a job.
I've seen what you did there.
If I can pray for her.
So I grew up in a very like dysfunctional home. So actually I never saw a happy marriage. So hata rurasho tulieka pesa pamoja.
Alinipea mshahara yake kulipa.
Tukalipa rurasho.
Ulijilipia?
Took us 5 to 6 years to have a child.
Oh, okay.
That's how I know. And we were meant to be. Love you.
Welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Now, students of Gangara Junior Secondary School in Meru County can now look forward to a bright academic journey after receiving a boost from the Eco Network Africa Foundation. The institution has donated vital education facilities, including a mobile science laboratory, laptops and sanitary supplies aimed at improving learning and empowering both boys and girls.
Students of Gangana Junior Secondary School in Meru have received a major boost after Eco Network Africa Foundation donated a mobile science laboratory, laptops, a printer and sanitary pads.
These children need to see the equipment by the time they go to the exam. So you go to the exam, which we went to schools and we realized children go to the exam, they have never seen a test tube. They have never seen anything that is here, and they are supposed to sit for exams.
Kwa hii region, I tend to believe it is only my school which has mobile lab. Hiyo ni hatua kubwa.
The foundation, which has already distributed 14 labs, plans to reach nearly 100 more schools next year, bridging the gap between junior and senior secondary education.
This is what we are trying to demonstrate, that it cannot be done by government alone. We'll have people on the ground, we'll have the church, we'll have the community, na watoto wote, sisi zote tujijenge. Don't wait for anyone.
Founded in 1982, Eco Network Africa Foundation says empowering learners with practical skills is key to securing their academic future. Ben Chumba, Lunchtime News.
Now, youths across the country have been challenged to explore opportunities in innovation, building and construction space as a crucial step towards curbing Kenya's rising unemployment rates. Stakeholders in the sector, led by Jubilant Stewards of Africa Chief Executive Officer Jared Ondo, says that while opportunities in the formal employment sector continue to shrink, the construction and innovation spaces present untapped potential that could absorb thousands of skilled and unskilled youth. Speaking during an annual industry and leadership recognition program in Nairobi County, the stakeholders also rallied women to break barriers and take up spaces traditionally dominated by men, particularly in construction and technology, to ensure equitable economic growth.
We're living in an era that has AI. So at any prompt that you do, let's say, for example, you want to learn how to create a website, and there are a lot of people, there are a lot of businesses out here which do not have website. And you as a young people, because we have the honor of having access to things like internet, you can easily teach yourself a skill like create a website, approach any business person you know, or any business that you know, and you can develop a website from there.
If you're a woman and you're seated home, you can't fend for your family,
family, you're thinking what else is there. If you're a graduate, you're waiting for a job, you don't really have to stay at home. Get into these spaces. In fact, I always tell people a construction site is the only place you will go in the morning and go back home with something.
Other business partners, please give these Gen Zs a chance. They are amazing people. They can do wonders. In fact, they are the best because we are everything nowadays is technology.
Most entrepreneurs will now create more jobs, will feel better, create more jobs, better the economy, yeah. And when they create more jobs, of course, when there are a lot of money is pumped into the economy grows.
The government has unveiled a new framework that will for the first time recognize and certify skills acquired outside the classroom, opening fresh opportunities for thousands of Kenyans who have learned through experience. Speaking during the launch of the recognition of a prior learning policy by the Human Resource Management Professional Examinations Board, the director of the RPL Delivery Unit, Stanley Maindi, said the initiative will allow individuals who have acquired competencies at the workplace or through self-learning to be formally assessed, certified and issued with qualification that carry the same weight as traditional academic papers. The policy, officials say, is designed to enhance employability, guarantee fair competition in the labor market and enable uncertified but skilled workers to access promotions, better wages, further education and even overseas jobs.
For those who have been practicing HR and they are not certified, and you have more than 15 years experience, you have 20 years experience, now come to RPL, demonstrate that you have covered what you ought to have covered in class in the RPL, and we are going to award you the CHRP. The RPL applicant will be required to demonstrate the competencies that he has acquired in each and every unit. Then after that, the person who submits over 50% of the evidences that are required will be deemed to have acquired the competencies.
The institutions that offer are already accredited, they are registered, they have the relevant legal mandate to train, to assess and award qualifications. And the process of assessment is thorough, it's quality assured, and nobody can go through without having met the set requirements. The RPL policy framework is also linked to the national qualification framework that ensures that the qualifications which are given meet the national standards.
Now, police in Eldoret have seized close to 200 litres of ethanol valued at about 500,000 shillings in a building under construction. This and other stories is in the County News Roundup.
The breakthrough comes just days after a similar raid in which officers recovered the same quantity of ethanol bearing fake KRA stamps. Uasin Gishu Police Commander Benjamin Mwanthi has urged the suspect who are at large to surrender themselves to the nearest police station.
So tulirudi hapo tena hiyo jana mwendo ya saa 3 na tukaweza kupata hii mitungi 10 ya ethanol ikiwa imefichwa chini ya mchanga. Iko hii mchanga inatumika kwa kujenga, so mwekezaji huyu ameweka mchanga na kuweka mitungi chini.
And in Narok County, police have arrested 4 suspects following a tip-off from members of the public. The suspects are believed to be behind a strings of thefts involving household goods and electronics.
The 2 suspects who were arrested led our officers to their residence, and on arrival, so many other items were discovered in that house.
Still in Narok County, over 13,000 squatters living on the expansive 5,800-acre Chelugate land in Sagamian ward are set to receive long-awaited title deeds after the government concluded negotiations with the family of the late Isaiah Chelugate.
Tukakubaliana ya kwamba hii shamba tukishamaliza sisi kulipa kama serikali yetu kuu, tutakuja kuhakikisha ya kwamba tuna settle wale watu.
Also in Mombasa County, the Kenya Plant Health Inspectorate Service KEFES has maintained its stance on inspecting ships and containers at the port of Mombasa, despite a recent directive by the Kenya Maritime Authority to halt the exercise, citing cargo delays. They further announced plans to recruit more inspectors and deploy them to agrovets across the country.
If we allow just materials come, or we allow some of these things coming, there are risks that even the countries that are competing with us can bring these materials with the intention of reducing competition by destroying our sector.
And in Isiolo County, during a rally Pamoja, political leaders appeal for peace and tolerance following the divisive attempt to remove Governor Abdi Guyo from office through thwarted by the Senate at the preliminary stage.
Tumejumuika hapa kuonyesha ya kwamba sisi hatuko tayari kama wana Isiolo kupotesha wakati, lakini tuko tayari
Finally, in Makueni County, residents of Yumbini village in Ngu Masumbi, Kibwezi West constituency now have a reason to smile following the launch of a transformative water project in the area. The new project, which distributes clean water over a distance of 14 kilometers, is set to significantly improve access to safe drinking.
Part of the objectives we had was to reduce the kilometers people were traveling from 5 kilometers to 2 kilometers. The way the water has been brought to near the residents and the households, you can tell that our plan to have the minimum being 2 kilometers by 2027 is going to be achieved through such partnerships and water projects like this.
Reporting for Lunchtime News, I'm Aaron Marie.
Defending champion Maria Perez of Spain and Evan Dunphy of Canada are the champions of the 35 kilometers women and men's race walk after winning their respective events that opened this session to the 2025 World Athletics Championship early today morning in Tokyo, Japan. Dunphy last won bronze at the Worlds in 2019 in Doha, but over 50 kilometers, while Perez won both the 35 and 20 kilometer race walks in Budapest in 2023. That is the latest we have for you in the world of sports.
Comes Evan Dunphy, takes the Canada flag, and that will tell you he is feeling like he's got enough left in his legs, left in his mind, and left in his heart. And Dunphy, the world bronze medalist in 2019, over 50k, who has shown heart, he's shown strategy, he's shown soul, and he's going to make history for Canada and for himself here. Our first gold medalist of the World Athletics Championships, Tokyo 2025, for Canada in the men's 35k race walk.
Brazil's cowboy theme here in Tokyo. The exertion, the elation, the joy. And what about this then? A first Japanese medal in Tokyo, in this stadium that saw no fans at the Olympic Games. Now it hosts the World Championships once again. A gold in the relay. She now wraps herself in red and gold. She floats it out behind her. A smile on the face. It was perfect racing for Maria Perez. The women to beat, and nobody could. It is gold for Maria Perez of Spain. The world champion once again is your world silver medalist in the 35.
Now this afternoon, the English Premier League is back. The mighty Gunners will be welcoming the new boys, of course, especially given that they have just signed the former Tottenham Hotspur's coach, and that is Ange Postecoglou. Nottingham Forest will be coming to the Emirates, and of course later on it will be a derby between West Ham and Tottenham, and then finally Brentford against Chelsea, and then tomorrow it will be the main match. That will be Manchester City against Manchester United. That concludes our bulletin. Do join us in our subsequent bulletins at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. My name is Abdiaziz Hashim. The sign language interpreter at the bottom of the screen is Anne Wangeshi. Good afternoon for now.
mama wake utii yuko, Fatie pia yuko. Mweni kwanza ndo anataka aje.
Yaani nitakuwa na mabibi wangapi mimi?
4.
Usijaribu kunijibu hivyo. Wafikiri ni shida yangu ilikuleta hapa, ni shida yako.
My secret is leo zani leo.
Hiyo ni ngoja nimalize, nitakuja huko niende.
Hata nipi wakati basi kazungumza na bibi yangu.
Mzee Mombasa. Today no eat.
Mzee Mombasa ndio upika.
Hello, fabulous ladies. Welcome to the talk show that's all about sisterhood, empowerment, and unfiltered conversation. We will be focusing on women. We believe in women.
We are really changing.
We are creating a safe space for women to connect, thrive, and share.
Just because you're a woman on a bike, you're labeled in a certain way.
It's not just a talk show, it's a movement.
When they are standing, we need to stand out.
From heartwarming tales to hilarious adventures.
They could ask me, Catherine, why are you running?
We are turning the spotlight on women who are breaking barriers in their individual fields.
You have to have a vision.
You are the leaders of Kenya today.
Keeping it honest and relatable.
Mental health is real.
Yes.
Where there is no communication, there is no relationship.
Join the sisterhood on KBC TV for Dada's show.
Kaya Musha. It is always a good time on Bridge over Congo.
Catch us every Saturday from 10 p.m. till midnight.
Join me, the Rumba Supreme Leader, the Grand Ayatollah Simeon Mfumo Kimbango, and
Winnie Marie Jose, Bridge over Congo.
Mungu esilaka na nzungute kasielenge Mungu esilaka na
Chumvi huyeyuka chunguni, lakini ladha yake hubakia.
Sodakta, hujambo popote ulipo na karibu tena sana katika makala mengine, makala ya dunia wiki hii, tukiangazia taarifa za kimataifa. Kumbuka taarifa hizi zimewezeshwa kwa shughuli kubwa sana ya shirika la utangazaji nchini KBC na shirika la Xinhua kutoka China. Katika makala ya juma hili, shambulizi la Israel nchini Qatar lashutumiwa kote duniani, huku Israel ikiimarisha mashambulizi jijini Gaza na wapiganaji wa Kipalestina wakiwaua watu 6 kwenye basi moja jijini Jerusalem. Na Rais Donald Trump wa Marekani asema yuko tayari kabisa kutekeleza awamu ya pili ya vikwazo dhidi ya Urusi. Kadhalika, Rais Paul Kagame wa Rwanda ahimiza kuwekwa wazi kwa anga za bara hili kwenye kongamano kuhusu uchukuzi wa ndege barani Afrika. Ni baadhi ya taarifa ambazo nimekuandalia mchana wa leo, na natoa mwaliko twende sawa hadi tamati mwa kipindi Dunia Wiki Hii. Karibu, mimi ni Isaac Lemoka na moja kwa moja tuanze na taarifa yetu kuu, ambapo Israel ilitekeleza shambulizi dhidi ya viongozi wa kundi la Hamas katika jiji kuu la Qatar, Doha, ambayo imekuwa mpatanishi mkuu katika mashauriano ya kusitisha vita huko Gaza na hivyo kuhatarisha mashauriano hayo.
Kundi la Hamas lilisema kuwa wafuasi wake 5 waliuawa, ingawa ujumbe wao unaoshiriki kwenye mashauriano ya upatanishi hawakuuawa. Afisa mmoja wa usalama wa Qatar pia aliaga dunia kwenye shambulizi hilo. Rais Donald Trump wa Marekani alishtumu shambulizi hilo, huku naye waziri mkuu wa Qatar akilitaja kuwa ugaidi dhidi ya taifa hilo. Kwingineko, Israel ilitekeleza mashambulizi ya